What's going on, everybody? It is February 2026 and I haven't uploaded a video in a while, so my bike has reached 8,000 miles. I'll show you right here. 8,000 miles on this thing. 8,000 miles. So I figured I'd do a video right now talking about how this bike has been running up to this point, if I had any issues with it, any problems with the Sportster 48. It is a 2022. And then I'll also go over all of the upgrades that I've done to this bike. So you want to stick around for that. I'll leave time markers too if you want to jump to whatever you want. But let's get into any issues with this bike so far. I'm sure you've noticed my new fuel tank here. I'm not going to go over that today. I'm planning on doing a separate video on that because this company actually, this is a tank cover. And this company is actually, they're a horrible company. I would never buy anything from them again. And it looks fine from far, but there's a lot of problems with this tank. But yeah, I'm not going to go over that today. I'll do a separate video on that. But let's go over any problems I've had with this bike up to this point. I bought this in 2022. It is a 22 Harley Sportster 48, 1200cc. And problems, the major problem that I had with this was when I was riding in the dirt. So it's only because I was riding in the dirt and I didn't clean it. Like I went through sandstorms, went through the abandoned water park where I was all in the dirt and everything, and I didn't wash this. I didn't clean it up because that made it leak. It made the fork fluid in there leak out. And a lot of people will bring that into a mechanic, but I looked up a video on how to fix that. I made a little plastic piece where I jammed in here. And then I just went around it, took out all the dirt. Then I pumped my forks, rolled it around, and then it fixed the problem. A lot of people will say like their filter with the throttle body, it will leak oil, but it's because like you need to clean this a lot. Because as you ride, yeah, like if you're overflowing your oil here, it's gonna go through and it will come out a bit, but there's nothing cracked or leaked. You just have to take this out once in a while, you know, and clean the whole thing. Like take the whole filter off where you can see the throttle body inside and clean it out. Otherwise, you will see some stuff like dripping out, and that's totally normal. But no major leaks or anything like that. And that's because I constantly tighten all my bolts every time I ride, and I tighten everything down. And I think I hear this a lot from people. They're saying like their bike wobbles, right, in the freeway or so. I don't know what that's about because I've never had any wobbling. I think if you watch some of my old videos on the 883, I was going like maybe 115 on the freeway with strong winds, and then I was like, oh, it's wobbling a bit, but you know, that's like strong winds and everything. And so I think if people are saying that they're getting wobbles, it's because you're not properly adjusting your handlebars here with the right down here, the bolts down here. So I installed T-bars on this, so this is a little bit different. I have a different triple tree on it. But since I installed this and I have new bushings, I think it helped. But I constantly tighten those up. I tighten up the bolts down here for the bushings. But if you have, you know, the regular setup, just tighten up your handlebars. And what I mean by that is that when you're riding, you'll sit on the bike and let the handlebar stay straight, right? And let it fall down. And if it's falling down too quick, it's too loose. And you know, just have it pretty tight. There's no problems if you have this tight, because it's only going to keep you stabilized if you have that tight. So yeah, I want to say that's a big issue for a lot of people because they're not tightening their stuff down. And I constantly check my bolts and everything. I don't have any wobbles in this, so I don't know why people say that speed wobbles or not. And there was a video that I watched with, I think the guy was on a Honda Rebel. And I'll show that video where he was at a red light, the light turned green, he was going, and then he fell off his bike right away. And he said because he ran over like a crack in the road. He was like riding on a crack, right? You know, like I watched that video really closely, very closely, slow motion, everything, because he didn't know how to ride his bike. You can't fall off a bike riding on a crack that easily. I've ran over so many cracks. Maybe I'll do a demonstration in a bit, but I've gone over so many cracks. You gotta keep yourself on the bike, lean forward on it, you know, like I think another problem was that if you look at the video, he was very close to the car in front, and he braked too quick because that car braked really fast. And I have another video on that where there was a guy on a sport bike, and his friend in front of him braked, so he freaked out. He braked too quick and he fell off his bike. I think that's the same thing that happened in that video. That guy just he hit his brakes too quick, and then he threw himself off the bike. You got to stay on the bike. And I think that's the thing with me. When I'm riding my Harley, I stay on my bike no matter what. If a car is coming up and it's about to hit me, I'm staying on that thing. There's not one point where I feel like I'm going to jump off my bike. And I think a lot of people, they feel like they want to throw themselves off their bike. So just never do that. Just stay on your bike, have full control of it. There's no other issues I can think of with the bike. Oh wait, the battery. I did have to change the battery. So I want to say this. I think with Harley Davidson stock motorcycles, there's a chance that you're going to get bad batteries. They're going to be weak batteries. So I want to say, like, after a year, just change out your battery. Like, why chance it, right? Because I did have the bike battery die on me while I was at the mall, and I had to call my friend John to help me come and get the bike, or like jump start it. And he jump started it. I went back, replaced the battery, got a new battery. It's fine. But I do want to say the batteries are weak on the stock bikes. So just go get a new one. I'll try to find info on my battery. I'll link it in the description if you want to see what my battery is. But this battery starts up right away. How you can tell if a bike battery is dying, like let's say you're riding your bike every week, right? And you're pressing the ignition button and it's struggling to turn on like all the time, your battery's going out. Because I had that issue and I was ignoring it. I kept on hitting my start button and it was like, and I had to like do it like 3 times before it started up and give some gas. That meant my battery was bad. And then eventually it died on me. Now, I haven't rode this maybe for like 2 weeks now. I start up, boom, start up. So it's a strong battery, right? What are the issues? I can't think of any problems with the bike. No electrical problems, no engine problems. And I think it's because I just maintained it. You know, for the maintenance that I've brought this in, like into mechanic, was only on the 1,000 mile service, but definitely the 5,000, and I brought in on the 5,000 too. And then usually, you know, they'll change out, you know, they'll do your oil and filter, and then they kind of like just clean up everything, tighten up everything, they check out all that stuff. But yeah, I did the 5,000 service on it, and I did that at my local mechanic over here. But yeah, I've done my own, you know, oil change on it. It's very simple. I have a video on that too, and everything I've installed myself. So what I'm gonna do is kind of went out here to this train track area. I want to get some photos of my bike, and then I'm gonna change locations, and then I'll talk about all the upgrades I've done on this bike if you're interested about that. So let's get some quick photos of the bike out here. Okay, new location. I'm gonna go over the upgrades that I get the most questions on first, but I'll cover all the upgrades. I'll just go over the ones that I get the most questions. And my handlebars are the 12-inch Lucky Dave San Diego bars. All of this will be in the description, by the way. But yeah, these are the 12-inch Lucky Daves. I'll also sit on it and show you the height on it. I am 5'9", so you'll see how it looks like, how tall for the hands and everything. I feel like if you're 6 feet or so, you know, go for the 13. Otherwise, 12 and lower. Like, I think I could have done even the 10 inch, and it would have been fine. So it just depends on your stance that you want. But Lucky Dave's, very awesome handlebar, no issues with it, very strong. And the cables go inside, so it covers everything. So very easy to install as well. Albert helped me with that, so you can watch the video on it if you want. Go check out my videos. For the cable extensions, and use Burley brand cable extensions. So you do need cable extensions. You don't want things like, look at this. The Burley brand kit comes with all the necessary cables that you need. And you know, it has the clutch cable, because you need that to be long. It goes down like that. And so yeah, you'll have to do some brake bleeding and all that too. Comes with everything you need in the kit. And yeah, I'll link everything in the description. Speed King's triple tree right here for the handlebars. I want to say the 883 had this type of handlebar where I could have just used this handlebar on it, but for the 48 they changed the triple tree out, and so I had to buy this triple tree. And the thing is, if I knew that, I wouldn't have upgraded to this handlebar. I didn't know that, and I just bought the handlebars first. And then I tried to install it, and I was like, damn, I need to change out the triple tree. So that cost me a lot of money. So I don't suggest that. But overall, it gave it a very unique look. It just cost me so much to do that, just for that stupid upgrade. So, but it is nice, you know, very unique. I don't see a lot of people with this setup, so I like it. And then I had to change out the bushings as well. I got good and tight bushings, and you'll hear good and tight a lot in other videos. And very good bushings. I recommend them as well. And for the speedometer bracket right here, these are LA choppers. So I had a lot of questions on those as well. I feel like my thing isn't focusing. There we go, focus. Sorry about that. So yeah, these are LA chopper speedometer bracket right here. So you'll see that this bracket, you can mount it in different, you know, areas. You can like go up and down. Anywhere. I decided to have it down here. At first I tested up here. You can have a high up you want. It's just the way the bracket is made so that it can, yeah, it can like fit anywhere on your handlebars there. So very good. LE choppers. It's just expensive. All this stuff is expensive. And to finish off the handlebars here, I have the one finger clutch right here. These I had on the 883. And it took me a while to just put this back on, because I actually lost, what was it, like I stripped a bolt, and then I was like, let's just put back on the old one. And then I finally put them back on, and it just makes things so easy to, you know, press in with your clutch, because, you know, with the Harley motorcycles, it's a little bit harder to press. And also this is like a 2-finger, so, but the company's called 1-finger. But they have different widths on this. You can get different sizes. And these are Avon grips right here. And that finishes off the handlebars right there. Going down here, these are my relocation brackets for my turn signals. So on the 883, you notice that there are bolts here where you can just put your turn signals in there. But for the 48 here, I had to get these brackets. And yeah, I can move them up, down, anywhere. They're very good brackets. So I'll link those as well. And then for the turn signal lights right here, these are LED lights by Rogue Rider. And I love Rogue Rider LED lights. They are expensive, but they are very reliable. They're very bright, and they look really cool. And these are like blacked out, you know, covers for it. And so yeah, you got to get the blacked out ones. You can't use the original red or whatever. It just looks way better. You black them out. So get rid of the original covers. And so let's go over to the stage 1 upgrades on this, because I got the SP Concepts Lanesplitter pipes. All of us are rocking the SP Concept pipes. They're an awesome company. I'm so glad I got them. 2-in-1, way more power and performance, and they sound great, they look great. So I'm so happy I got the Lanesplitters here. I do like a little bit more deeper sounding pipes. These are very loud. I have to wear earplugs and stuff. I'll link my earplugs in the description too, because they're very good riding plugs. It blocks out the wind noise, but you can also hear people talk and listen to music as well. So I bought 2 different ones, but these pipes are very loud. And so ever since I've been wearing my earplugs, every time I take them off and ride, man, my ears are hurting. Pipes are very loud, but they sound great. And for the filters, I went through a couple of them. You know, I had the Arlen Ness big sucker, monster sucker ones. and they're very cool. But I think overall I like this style of it. This is the SNS Mini Stealth air filter, and I got the lava one, the chrome lava. Awesome color. Look at that chrome lava, very unique. And so I hear that they give better performance too with these air filters. That's why I upgraded to it. Anything that can help with the Sportsters, you know. And but this is the mini cover for it. You know, there are bigger ones. I like things very slim on this bike. That's why you don't see like a lot of bags and all this other stuff. And then for the tuner, I have the Dynojet PVR tuner. I did some videos on that. I was very mean to them at the beginning because they didn't have the stuff that they promised when it first came out, and they didn't have the auto tune on it. And I was like pissed about that because they kept on saying they're gonna have it, but they do now. They did all the updates on it. They have the auto tune on it, and they are good because now with all of that, I auto tuned it along with the Fuel Moto map that I bought as well, because when they didn't have the tuner, I bought the Fuel Moto map for my tuner, but now I use that Fuel Moto map to tune on top of it with the auto tune, and it runs great. But you can auto tune on any map, you know. But yeah, Dynojet PVR tuner, I do recommend them now. At first I didn't on my old videos, but you know, now that they have everything updated, it's good. And then if we go back here, let me take off my helmet because this is the Drag Specialty Solo seat. If you like this bobber type look, if you remember my 2-Up seat by CC Rider, awesome company as well. They sponsored me on that and gave me that 2-Up seat, and I loved it. It was so comfortable, guys, with the CC Rider seat. It's just I wanted to go to this barber style because I also cut my rear fender here, and I couldn't use the 2-Up seat anymore, right? So I love Drag Specialty because on my old 883 bike, I also had the same seat, and I was so stupid when I traded in that bike. I gave them the seat. It was so stupid because I bought it again. Such a waste of money because it is the best seat around. Like I tried to buy a seat from Germany, and that company went out of business, and I never got the seat. They gave me a refund on it. Cool guy, but it was so sad that they went out of business. Otherwise, I would have had a different bobber seat. So after that happened, I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna go back to my Drag Specialty seat here because it is a good seat, and I love the look of it. I love how comfortable it is. Very slim, very low profile. It looks nice. See, right there. And so yeah, and some other new stuff that I did to this. Let me show you over here. I got the Throttle Addiction derby cover right down here with the snake. Oh, I love how that looks. That used to be like chrome or so. Now it's all blacked out with a snake on it. That looks awesome. And that was from Throttle Addiction. I also got this Kinetic Moto skid plate right here. Awesome look to it. It gives it like this, oh my god, like apocalyptic look to it. You know, if I were to fight zombies or what, look at that. Protects the bike. Protects all that stuff hitting down there with the dirt and everything. That look on it, I could have got a black version of it, but I was like, I'll give some hint of, but that is from Kinetic Moto. Also expensive, very, you know, it's just like this company that's in Texas. A couple of guys doing their thing. Very good quality. So, Thrashing foot pegs right here. Look at that. I love these Thrashing foot pegs. I saw an Instagram video with Juan riding with these, and I was like, I'm getting those. Juan is such a cool guy on Thrashing, and I love all their videos. And so when I saw him with it, I was like, I want to get those. And then I got them. There you go. Very comfortable, very flat on the foot, and it feels good when I'm like, you know, it adjusts many ways down here. I thought at first when I was putting in the screw here that it wasn't gonna like feel right. It was gonna like twist maybe, but it's very stable. I've been standing on these and everything, and they are very stable. So oh, and then I got this Bullet 12 gauge shifter right here. It's a twist on right here to install this 12 gauge, and I just got that on Amazon. No biggie. There's a lot of different variations of it. And then back here, when I did the fender cut, you know, I had to relocate these signals, and I didn't have to buy anything to relocate it. I just moved it over, put it through here with the bolts, Albert helped me with that, and then he also helped me get the license plate relocation thing. We put it vertical, and they also sell like horizontal ones, but the vertical one makes it look way better. Even though I might get a ticket on it. I got a ticket on my 883 with the vertical. That stupid cop who gave me it. He had no other reason, so he was like, I'm just gonna give you a ticket on that. He's trying to be an asshole, because I've never seen anyone get a ticket with vertical plate. Like, you don't get that in Cali. Like, cops just know. Unless you're a rookie, cops just know, just let you go on it. Like, I think he was a rookie cop, so whatever. And but it was just like a fix-it ticket, you know. I didn't have to pay anything. It's like, I just had to show them that I made it horizontal. Went into the police department, had them sign off on it, and it was done. And the guy was like, the cop was so cool about it. I think he was like laughing about it. He's like, oh, here you go. And it was like one of those where he's like, we don't care about this. So fixed it real quick, and then now I have it vertical again. It's like, whatever. It just looks really nice vertical, you know. And yeah, and then I guess the last thing here was the fuel tank here with the flush cap right here. This is by Harley Davidson. They sell Amazon ones. Don't buy the Amazon one, guys. It's very crappy. Buy the Harley one, put some money into it. It's so glossy and nice, and it fits great, flush. And it's just this tank makes it look off. If I didn't have this tank on, it looks very flush and nice. And yeah, it's a very nice fuel cap cover. And screw this company right here, the fuel tank. I'm still like arguing with them about it. They screwed me over on this fuel tank, and so I'm still going through a thing on that. And we'll see if I give you guys an update on it in the future, but screw them. One final thing, I had a question from a guy who asked me about my gloves. I'm also going to link all of my riding gear. If you check out the my website, kevinlexcoffee.com, you'll see that I updated it with everything new, and you'll see all my riding gear, everything like my armor, my gloves, my helmet, everything that I use when I ride, my riding pants, Ugly Bros, but these are Foggy Garage riding gloves. These are the Ursus Armor gloves. And someone asked how my gloves are doing. Look at this, perfect condition. And so perfect riding for this is every time I go into like the dirt areas or cold weather, these are so warm and they keep me protected. These, you know how hard this is right here, like brass. This will break your face. So yeah, these are very tough. I never had any issues with it, and they feel good when I ride. So yeah, I do recommend Foggy Garage. They are expensive. I want to warn you guys that. Go check out their stuff online, all Foggy Garage stuff. They gave me quite a few things throughout the years, and I love them as a company. And very good quality gloves. These are like leather. Look at this inside here. It's so warm and soft, guys. Yeah, it feels great. What size am I wearing here? A large. So I do want to say, let's see. I do want to say maybe go one size up, because I think I wear a medium. Yeah, maybe go one size up. There you go. That's the update on my bike. Oh, did I cover my headlights? These are TC Bro headlights right here. LED headlights. TC Bros, awesome company. I think I have a few parts from TC Bros as well on here. But yeah. AGV helmet. Look at this. My stupid helmet here. I went to the gym and I was like hanging my helmet on a handlebar, but I parked my bike along the wall. I scratched this whole thing up. I was so pissed that I scratched up this thing. It doesn't look good anymore. It's so scratched up on top. And so I might get a new helmet. But overall, this helmet feels really good. I think I wear a size extra large in this. My head is kind of big. Where's the stuff here? Here, like Pack Talk Bold Cardo right there. This thing works great for me, but it is old now. I should probably upgrade that as well. And as you guys know, my Insta360 broke. The riding video you guys saw is like from maybe like a month ago when I was riding it around. So yeah, my Insta360 broke, so I can't really do a lot of any riding footage right now, actually. Hope you enjoyed this video of my 8,000 mile review on my Harley Sportster 48 2022. And 8,000 miles, it's been running great, no issues. So I do want to see how this bike is going to run when it, reaches like 20,000 miles or so. But it really is how you take care of your bike. If you're going to keep tuning it, you're going to keep up the maintenance. 8,000. I think the next maintenance for me is 10,000. I'll probably bring that in on 10,000. Have them check up everything. It might need a belt tightening, right? All that type of stuff. If you don't maintain your bike, there's going to be issues with it. But up to this point, with all the upgrades that I've done and taking care of it, there's zero issues with this bike. And like I said, the only issue is when I was reckless, rolled it in the dirt, and I didn't clean these. So if you're washing your bike, clean things out, there won't be any issues. But on top of that, if you have any problems, I feel like you can find out anything on YouTube now, because I found out that issue, fixed it right away. Batteries, that's easy, fix that right away. If you have any flats, it's easy, patch it up, fix it right away. Handlebar issues, right? Tighten it up, you won't get any wobbles. And learn how to ride. Go work out and know how to balance your bike. That's the biggest problem for a lot of people. They don't know how to balance their bikes, they don't know how to ride, and they freak out and they jump off the bike. So just learn how to handle your bike, because it is heavy, this Harley. I got this new lock bolt right here. It needs a special key to open it, so that's pretty good for that too, because the original bolt kept on falling out. And like even my rear brakes here, I think my rear LED lights are from Amazon, and then the front ones are Rogue Rider, because they're so expensive. I don't want to buy a whole big set of it. But I tried out the rear one on this from Amazon, and it works fine until this day. There's no issues with it. And it's really how you take care of it, right? So I think that's the deal. I should get some lower shocks, because look how high this gap is right here. It looks like a dirt bike. And Albert has a good, how he did it. So I need to redo that. I need to buy a new rear fender, recut it. And then if it doesn't look good still, I think I need some lower shocks. But other than that, it runs great. Lane Split Boulevard. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you later. If I make another video, I don't know. I'll see. I don't know. My Insta360 is broke. I don't know when I'll make another video. And the Insta360 costs so much money. I don't know what I don't know if I'll even buy another one. I'll see. And I don't know. Maybe I'm hoping they'll send me one. I've been bugging Insta360. Send me a camera. I'll make content for you guys. But we'll see. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I can't film any riding videos right now. That's it for this video. See you guys later. Peace.